This is Mellissa Thomas with Florida National News coming to you from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the final week of the NFL preseason, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will host the Jacksonville Jaguars tonight. Two Florida teams. It's always interesting to watch two Florida teams go head-to-head. We'll see how the Jacksonville Jaguars do against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight. Stay tuned for our coverage and some highlights of today's match, including the post-game press conference with head coach Dirk Koetter. This is Mellissa Thomas coming to you from Tampa.
Preseason is important. It's an important part of the puzzle, and but the more you go, the closer you get to really playing, the more the players focus on that, and you know, they want to have a few days off here to get their bodies back and get their legs freshened up, and anxious to start on New Orleans. I saw it in practice, but we weren't able to get it going during the game. I mean, for whatever reason, when his runs came up, we didn't block him very well, number one. And he wasn't able to do much with it on his own. And you know, I don't have a good answer for you. Of course, I haven't seen the tape from tonight, but it didn't look pretty from where I saw it. Again, when you have bad running plays, rarely is it one guy's fault. Sometimes it is, but you know, rarely it's a combination of things. So I know from Ronald's standpoint, it's not at all from lack of effort or from him not knowing what he's doing. Okay, so I know there's been a little undercurrent out there about him not knowing the playbook, and I want to make sure I'm real clear on that. That is not an issue. Oh, Jameis, no, he's handled. You know, he's been. You know, it was a situation that you know, was handed down, and he's done what we've asked him to do, and his play on the field, the most important thing of all, his play on the field was excellent. It's always hard. Always hard. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's the number 90 man or the number 54 man. They're all hard, because if you guys could really see what these guys go through on a daily basis, and what they put their bodies through, and what they're willing to do, and how hard they're willing to work. Of course, there's financial reward when you make it and all that stuff, but being an NFL football player is not easy. And when guys give you what you ask them to give, they give maybe all they have. It's hard to say goodbye to them. It's hard to say. You know, no one likes to be told you're not, you know, someone's telling you you're not good enough, and that's not fun. Heck, I've been told that before, and it's not fun. Well, I just like the way they're working and the way they're competing, and I think they're on the right track mentally for, you know, these are going to be some hard-fought games. Every week in the NFL is tight and hard-fought, and we're starting right off in one of the toughest places to play that I've ever been in, and I've been in a lot of places. So this is a tough spot. And I think they're ready to compete. I think we've got pretty good internal leadership, and you know, it's going to be a fun start to season.
We just wrapped up the final preseason game with Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final score tonight was 25-10 in favor of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They definitely lived up to their nickname, #Saxonville, tonight, especially when Austin Allen came on the field. The Jaguars sacked him several times in the second half. The Buccaneers, they had their momentum in the first half. In the second half, I think they just chose to take it easy. They knew it was the final preseason game. It's pretty much all practice to them. But the Jaguars pretty much came to play. Preseason or season game, they were here to play. So in the second half, they managed to score 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They attempted a couple of 2-point conversions, but those failed. But they kept the pressure on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers throughout the entire second half. But stay tuned right here, Florida National News, for our continuing coverage of both teams. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers next play the New Orleans Saints at Mercedes-Benz Superdome on the 9th at 1 p.m. The Jacksonville Jaguars go to New York to face the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium at the same time, Sunday, September 9th at 1 p.m. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers' next home game right here will be the next week, September 16th at 1 p.m. They'll face off against the Philadelphia Eagles. Stay tuned right here for our continuing coverage of the NFL and FNN Sports. This is Mellissa Thomas coming to you from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa.